know that there's a lot of women that you work with and I work with that have been really, at least for me, what I notice is I think we tend to attract women who also had, a little bit of our own past story. My story was that I believed the lie that I did not need a man, right? I was fiercely independent because I had been abandoned by my own physical father, right? It's always the father wound, right? And we can talk, that's a whole other episode. But
Yes.
because I had been abandoned by my physical earth father, and I had this lies that told us, see, you can't trust men. You can't trust the masculine. You don't need the masculine. Eventually he's going to leave you. And so you have to figure out how to take care of yourself, woman. And because if it's going to be, it's up to you. And so what I did is I actually built this entire world where I had like massive walls up, and I was really in competition with the masculine because I was trying to be the man. And many times, the relationship. So what happened was, this is what I noticed, is this kind of like needing to compete or saying like, I don't need you because everything I need is already here. And, there's an element to that, but it's not here because I contain it all. It's because I allow the Spirit of God to move in me and supply me with. But that's not where we're operating from, where we're in that space of, I don't need you, I don't need a man. We also say, I don't need God. So therefore, I have to be the source of all things. I have to be, have it all together. We put these walls up and we don't even realize that what it does is, like, for me anyways, this whole like, I don't need the masculine. It ruined my sex life, because what it did is it turned sex into a manipulation tool, right? And it turned sex into like, oh, I know how to get what I want. I know how to play off the sensuality and sexuality that God gave me, this beautiful gift. But you don't fully embody and embrace it, because now you're like, because I don't
manipulating.
You're manipulating.
Yeah.
Right? Manipulating the masculine with sex, and you're manipulating energy, and you're always playing with that. And it feels like you get like these tastes of power because you're like, I have control over you.
Of
But
course.
the reality is, it's so not sustaining. And after you get the taste, you just feel alone, because there's never that deep intimacy, because you don't allow it. Right? We can't experience it because it would be too weak and vulnerable to let ourselves be needed, need him, to be fully seen. So we keep these walls up. And I just want to say, if you ladies are out there, and I know for me, like this whole, like, I don't need a man thing, that was a huge lie. And I see it all the time. I see these memes. I see these little like Instagram posts, and it's like, you don't need a man to be complete. You don't need this. And I'm not saying we need him because we're needy out of neediness, because that energy is, I need you to make me feel better. I need you because there's something wrong with me. That's different. That's a different energy, because that's still about me, 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 me. It's this neediness that way is still the same self-driven, right? Ego-driven energy that says it's still all about me. I need you to make me feel better. I need you to act that way in order so I feel safe, instead of like, I need you because this is the way we are created. We are human. Connection is necessary. But for me, that lie really held me hostage for many years and kept me disconnected, not only from God, really disconnected from God, trying to be God, a goddess, and disconnected from feeling the deep, intimate love affair that is possible with the masculine.
That's so big. What a great insight for you to get that too. Like another lie that I've got myself, and I know a lot of women that I teach go through. One of the biggest lies for us is that we're not enough. That, like, we're just gonna sit in the back because I am not enough. I'm not, I shouldn't speak too loud, and I'm not at the same level as my husband. I'm not the same level as, anybody else. So I'm just gonna be like this doormat, and I'm just gonna let my husband just take over because he is the head of the household, because he's the one making more money, like all these lies that we tell ourselves. And for the women, and even for myself, like that was a big lie that I told myself, is like, my husband is the one that has to take care of it. My husband is the one that, God's given him the power, and he has more time, and he has more money, he has more resources. So therefore, I'm just going to sit back and kind of resent him and help him, and be angry and try to, show love. And, like it was this battle, if you will, like of what the feelings of what I was feeling. And those are big lies that we as women, we feel like we're not enough. But I would say the more that you connect with these lies, like you're saying, the more that we have this sense of freedom from them. And we ask God, like, okay, what is the truth? And I know you probably go into this, but one of the biggest ways that I got rid of those lies is to actually sit with myself and tell myself, like, what is the truth, and not my truth, because my truth is like, oh my gosh, it's all over the place. We get
Oh,
so disconnected from like what the real truth is. But if you are honest and you sit, and that this is the biggest thing for us as women, is like we don't take the time to actually sit and listen to what God has to say about us. Like, what are the truths? And we continue to believe lies.